done the conversations with principals, guidance counselors, and doing our research, we found that violence in schools is a microcosm of violence that's happening in the general society. We also find that there is a lack of role models that are being exposed to our young people, and we can go back to even in the House of Parliament that violence was used by a member of Parliament against his spouse in a disagreement that was supposed to be cauterized at that particular point in time. We also know that many of their communities are inundated with violent activities. And we have identified from the research that there are certain risk factors for the propensity to violence that is actually the norm for the majority of our children and by extension the majority of our students. The individual risk factors include delinquent friends, which we are seeing an increase in our society, aggressive individuals, and that is a general embraced reality of Jamaica, substance and alcohol abuse. The media has been speaking to Malay, alcohol, and ganja abuse within our young children and schools, lower intelligence, and birth complications. We also find there is certain family risk that exists within our society. A history of family violence, in particular how we discipline, but also a history of criminal activity. Secondly, lower or lack of expectations by parents. Third, a lack of monitoring by parents, child abuse and neglect, harsh and inconsistent discipline, low parental involvement, low emotional attachment, parental substance abuse and criminal activity, and poor family functioning, in particular poor communication within families. Majority of our children are also facing community risk factors, which include the availability of weapons and the ease of access to alcohol and drugs, violence within their communities, large numbers of broken homes, in particular represented by single-parent families, single mothers, high level of transiency, and this is being exaggerated by our now new lease and squatting and how we're deciding to remove homes, so transiency has increased, economic deprivation within the immediate area, high levels of family disruption, and low levels of community participation. A final category of risk factors includes school risk, and these include early delinquent behavior within these schools, academic failure, lack of commitment to the school, and gang involvement.